We beat City 2-0, top of the league. It might not be for very long, but hey, and Nodom Five Bellies has turned into Nodom Baller. Hello and welcome to another episode of Hollie's Hotspurs, and today I'll be talking about that 2-0 victory against Man City at home. If you're new to the channel, please leave a like on this video, comment you thought of the game below and hit that subscribe button. The goal is to hopefully reach about 600 followers before Christmas. Fingers crossed we can get there. This is the first game on a Saturday since March, and I was hoping this would be a good omen. Obviously there'd be no Doherty in this lineup today because he unfortunately has COVID. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery, which meant that we had my good pal Serge Aurier sitting in right back. The full lineup consists of Hugo Lloris in goal, Serge at right back, combo of Toby and Dyer in the middle, and Reguilon in left back position. We then had Højbjerg sitting in that CDM with Sissoko and Ndombele just sat in front of him with a trio of Son, Kane and Stevie B. It was obviously sad not to see Bale start, but slipping Bergman in there just highlights again our squad depth. I was hoping for him to have a very good game. There once again is no Dele in the squad at all. Like I said, there's rumours flying around about Dele left, right and centre. I've always said I think a loan deal is probably best for him at the moment. But anyway, there's also no Winks as well. I think with the busy fixture line we've got coming up, maybe it's just Jose saying have a day off Winks. Game kicks off and obviously I've got mixed emotions about this game. I said that it would be 2-1 yesterday just because I think we have the potential to score some goals, but I did think we'd be a bit slacking at the back. But little did I know, we weren't messing about today because in 4 minutes, this happened. Ndombele with a beautiful ball over the top of Man City's backline, finds Son. Son takes a touch, sees Ederson running out like a madman and manages to nutmeg it into the back of the corner. We, ladies and gents, are alive in the first 4 minutes. Obviously everybody's talking about Son's finish. It's impeccable. I mean, Ederson needs to learn to shut his legs and stop running out like a madman. But also, this ball from Ndombele is sublime. I keep saying this every game that Ndombele is playing. He's improving week in, week out. His fitness is slowly getting back up now, and we're actually finally seeing the player that we wanted to buy from the off. It's taken him a long time, but he's finally shown his talent. We all know he had it in his locker, but now to actually see him producing is amazing. So yes, Nodom Five Bellies has actually turned into Nodom Baller. So from the off, I'm feeling quite happy. But like in the Spurs way, it's never an easy ride. On the 8th minute, Jesus is on the ball. He drives into our box, does tricky feet left, right and centre, but who's there to manage to stop him? Big man Toby. Toby comes in with a last ditch tackle. It is clean and he gets the ball away. Like I said, just feels so much better with Toby being in that back line. It's just a bit more ordered and a bit more organised. As the minutes wore on, we can see that City are getting a lot of the ball, but we stay compact, and that was the main key. Jose's given the shape out today and we've actually managed to maintain it. On the 12th minute, I nearly jumped for joy. We had some beautiful combination play. I was in awe. We played some beautiful football in and around the park. Some combination plays for days. Sonny gets the ball, passes to Kane, and it hits the back of the net. Unfortunately for us, Kane is a little bit offside and it is ruled out, but I was in awe of that football. It's just unfortunate that Kane was offside. Then, in the 26th minute, we have a bit of a hairy moment. Ball is played into the box by KDB. It goes over the head of Sissoko and it reaches Jesus, who seems to come off his arm and then smash it goalwards, and it pings out, and then Laporte picks it up, smashes it, and it goes in the bottom corner. Now, we're all thinking to ourselves, hang on a minute, I think that might be handball. When you watch it in real time, it does look like Jesus kind of uses his arm to put it onto his knee. And when Mike Dean goes and have a look at it, he deems it too. It did take far too long, again, for VAR to tell us what was what. Like I said, I think the only reason that this was given, obviously there's that new shirt rule where if it hits the tailor line of the shirt or some rubbish, then it's not handball. So for me, I think it's the movement. You can kind of see Jesus go like this as the ball comes in and it bounces off there and goes onto his knee. That's the only way I can see that that's given. It's a bit of a shit one for City, but obviously I'm not going to complain. We've had our fair few shares of dodgy calls for us, against us already, so I'm not going to be complaining. But once again, it's this thing with VAR. I don't think the rules are quite there yet, but that is something that hopefully the FA will iron out. I say hopefully because it probably won't happen. Reguilon again is putting another brilliant shift in, along with Højbjerg, who's made good challenges to break up play. And like again, we're just managing to block off these passing lanes. Both Sonny and Kane are pushing in deep to make sure that no ball is played through easily. In the 40th minute, City kind of have a magnet to their own players from the ball hitting them. It's Cancelo who plays the ball through. Mahrez manages to pick the ball up, but because Cancelo's fallen on the floor, it hits him and it goes out of play wide. Again, we're doing so well making these last-ditch blocks. I think Dyer as well is having a brilliant game. Like I said, with Toby being there, being his mentor, and he's the fine apprentice. But the whistle goes to the first half. It's been a brilliant first half. Like I say, I think we were giving some sloppy balls away towards the end of the half, and we weren't really holding it up when we did have possession, but apart from that, we're 1-0 up in front, and we're staying fairly compact. I kept thinking to myself, City do look dangerous when they attack, and are we going to be able to ride it through? Second half kicks off, and once again, City seem to keep coming on the attack. But once again, we are managing to stay very compact. In the 50th minute, KDB has a run at goal, and Toby is like, I know what to do with this man. He runs straight at him, forcing KDB to have a shot early, and he does slash it wide. But like I said, we were actually having our fair share as well. On the 63rd minute, I thought we were going to make it too. Kane picks up the ball and sees a running Sonny, slots it in behind. Sonny runs on and sees a charging Ederson once again. That man just can't stay in his own goal. He comes out, Sonny takes a touch to go around him, but unfortunately it's too heavy, and by the time that he's out, he's by the corner flag. There's just too many bodies in the box, and the move breaks down. But again, showing this amazing Jose ball, even though we can sit off, stay compact, and then hit him on the break. On the 64th minute, we see Tanguy and Ndombele come off and Gio come on. I think the Tanguy has had an excellent game again. Although it's only 64 minutes, we're seeing those glimpses again, and actually he's managed to get an assist once again. It's funny because all of his assists kind of come against City, so that's also great to see. It's one of those hoodoo moments. Now, Gio Lo Celso hasn't scored a goal in the Premier League until today. Take a look at this. That, ladies and gents, is what you call an impact sub. Jose making the correct call once again. Always played forward to Kane. Kane swivels on it, runs, sees the dart and run of Gio Lo Celso, passes it to Gio. Ederson once again can't stay in his own goal. He just likes roaming about and makes it so easy for Gio just to slot it past him, and we go 2-0 in front. The man's been on for probably 30 seconds and has scored a goal. His first one in the Premier League, believe it or not. Ederson needs to manage to stay in his own goal and close his legs. They're the two things that I would work on. In the 71st minute, it wouldn't be a Tottenham game with Sergio Aurier in it if he didn't give away a silly foul. He gives away a silly foul on the edge of the box. The ball pings in, but luckily for us, it's overhit. At the 72nd minute, Stevie B comes off and Lucas Moura comes on. Like I said, Stevie B probably didn't work the best off the ball, but he hasn't played a single international game, so maybe his fitness is lacking slightly, but I thought he played okay. In the 75th minute, even though I say Toby makes us feel comfortable every game he plays, goes down with a groin injury. I may not have jinxed the result today, but I've definitely jinxed a player. Well done, Holes. But then we see Rondon come on. I mean, he didn't really have much to do towards the end of the game when he did come on because City just kind of ran out of ideas. Weren't clinical enough. They couldn't find the back of the net. And I think the second half, we probably played the better team. This whole game highlighted Kane's ability again, managing to assist, managing to ping balls, managing to have attempts on goal. He literally had the whole of City in the back pockets because towards the end of the game, they were turning into kebabbing season and were just going out for blood, basically, and not really getting anywhere. On the 89th minute, the man Hugo, that hasn't really had a lot to do this game apart from a couple of catches, pulls off a magnificent save and tips it wide. It goes out for a corner, nothing really comes of it, and then the final whistle blows. We are top of the league. We've even got a clean sheet, which I'm even happy about, and my score prediction was pretty much on point. So, I haven't jinxed it, I've only jinxed Toby, but hopefully it's a speedy recovery. Hopefully it's not too long. If it is too long, I feel like we might have to get a centre-back in the January transfer window. But to be honest, I think we all wanted an actual centre-back anyway. I think Dyer has played remarkably well today, but would I like to see somebody else come in? Possibly, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, amazing victory. We move on to Chelsea. I mean, I'm a bit devastated that Toby could be injured for a long period of time, but we move. We're top of the league. It hasn't ruined my Saturday. Please remember to hit that like button, that comment, and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, come on you Spurs.